What's up, everybody? Today has been absolutely crazy. I'm just gonna get right into it. So if you didn't see the video that I posted earlier today, there's been a lot of tension between the leader of the Wagner mercenary group Prigozhin and the Russian Ministry of Defense. Prigozhin released some videos earlier today detailing how the invasion of Ukraine in 2014 was just a way to get the Russian elite more money, and it appears like the Russian Ministry of Defense responded by striking a Wagner base inside of Russia. Earlier in the day, Prigozhin has officially declared war on the Russian Ministry of Defense, and we've been watching that unfold, and that's as far as we got to in the video that I put out earlier. There have been videos of Wagner columns of military equipment entering into Russia through border checkpoints without any resistance. It's likely that Prigozhin has some ties inside of Moscow which are making this happen. There are a ton of videos coming out of Wagner troops outside of and inside of Rostov right now, and one Russian helicopter, which this X is way too big, was destroyed. The reason why Prigozhin is targeting Rostov, well, reason one is because it's like where all the Wagners are. But reason two is because before the Kharkiv counterattack, Belgorod was the main area where Russia shipped equipment into Ukraine from, but after the Kharkiv counterattack, they switched into Rostov. And it's being even more relied on now that Shonhar has been, the one by Crimea, has been replaced with a pontoon bridge. So if Prigozhin is able to capture Rostov, that will effectively stop supply into the Ukraine front. And because they don't have any replenishable equipment, they'll suffer breakthrough after breakthrough by the Ukrainian forces. So if Prigozhin is able to fully seize Rostov, he can effectively end the Ukraine war now. This is going to force the Russian Defense Ministry and Putin to either have Prigozhin placed in power, probably replacing the current defense minister, or have them lose the entire front and all the progress that they've made in over a year. And from what it seems like, Prigozhin is ready to have this be the case. And the Ministry of Defense is going to be stubborn. They're not going to give up on this easily, which could likely cause some sort of collapse of the entire front. Right now, it seems like Ukraine is taking advantage of the withdrawal from the Wagners inside of Bakhmut, and it's been reported that several streets of the city have been abandoned, likely in this blue area. It seems like offensive actions are being taken inside of here, even though it's night. I feel like more will happen in the morning, but we may see some picking up in the counterattack at Bakhmut. And keep in mind, Prigozhin is not the good guy in this scenario. Both sides want to capture Ukraine fully and integrate it back into Russia. Both of them are enemies, but Prigozhin is the weaker enemy fighting the stronger enemy, so we just root for the weaker enemy to win against the stronger one. But in response to draw attention away from this, Russia has launched strikes into multiple Ukrainian cities, including Kyiv. It seems like this is a desperate attempt to pull stuff away from what's actually going on inside of Rostov. There's been Russian military and National Guard and FSB agents and troops inside of Voronezh, Moscow, and apparently Rostov. Lukashenko is currently getting airlifted to Turkey as we speak right now, and it's unclear the whereabouts of Putin, but it's really not looking like this may end well. What this is really going to come down to is the battle for Rostov. If Wagner is able to fully capture Rostov, he wins. And with 98% of the Russian army inside of Ukraine right now, those 25,000 Wagner troops are going to be much more of an issue for them. They may have to start pulling reserve forces off of the Ukraine front line, which can just lead to more breakthroughs, and in the end, this is just going to be good for Ukraine no matter what. The frequency of videos from Rostov with military equipment are increasing rapidly right now. Maps are completely out of the question right now. This is way too early, but Visegrad has released a map saying that Wagner is in control or has a presence inside of this blue area right here. It seems like they have a presence in Novoshatinsk and Shoddy, and right now they're pushing on the outskirts of Rostov. This has been a ridiculous day, and I will be here to update you guys tomorrow, and we're going to just, like I say in every video at the end, we're just gonna have to see what happens. Alright, see you guys later.